We're about to get into it today. All I care about right now is teaching you men this game. We got this game. We're going to talk about this game. We're going to get into it. Let's go. Fellas, you ever see a woman and you be like, man, she's so fine. Boy, that woman is fine. You're really attracted to her. And then suddenly your mind goes blank. You get up to her, you get a little anxiety, your heart is pounding, you're sweating, you can't even speak, you freeze up. And it just feels real awkward, right? I think a lot of you men, you beat yourself up wondering, why don't I just say something? Today, I'm going to break down why this keeps happening, how it's destroying your confidence, and most importantly, how to fix it for good. Hesitation. Let's kill this hesitation. Kill the fear and make you the kind of man who speaks with confidence and power. No matter who's in front of you, no matter who's around, let's go. First and foremost, I think the number one thing that causes you to freeze up is fear of rejection. Why do you freeze, right? You picture the worst outcome. Her laughing, her walking away, or you being embarrassed. Let's go, let's be straight up. How you feel, right? Paralyzed by the what ifs. Just paralyzed. Your self-worth is totally damaged. It's just your self-worth is also tied to her response. How do you fix this, you say? Well, let's be real. You got to get you some game. But let's start off by saying, detach your value from the reaction. You have to detach your value from the reaction. You got to reframe it. You got to reframe it in your mind. You got to change your mindset of your thinking of it. If she rejects me, she did me a favor, right? So now I just turned it around, right? Now it's more of a positive thing. It's in your mind. I think you should have practiced just talking to women. I think you should go approach women. I think you should talk to women. And I think you should approach them every day, whether you like them or not. Get comfortable with talking to women. I think that would help. I think the next thing is you're overthinking your approach. Just overthinking it. I'm going to tell you this. You should try maybe a script in your head, a perfect script that fits your personality. Fifth, I didn't want to be the how are you doing guy. Hey, how you doing? Because I don't really care about that. So always look for something that's in my neighborhood. We're at the grocery store, we're going to talk about food. We're at the mall, we're going to talk about shopping. There's always something that's going to fit me. I want something that fits you. And this is where my mentorship helps, gatewaytogame.com. I have something on my membership called The Gauntlet that actually helps you with approaching women and how to speak and what to say. But let's get back into it. How do you feel, right? How do you feel? Mentally exhausted. I'm telling you, you're mentally exhausted trying to control everything. Your emotions, your outcome. No. I think to really put things in perspective on what should be happening is you just keep it simple. Confident, hey, what's going on? You know what I mean? I had to come say something. You drew me over here. I had to say something to you. You know what I mean? This is something authentic and make it your own. You guys want something to say to someone that somebody's been successfully doing. But it won't be successful for you because it's not authentically you. So you want to maintain what's authentically you. Be really authentic. I think another thing, putting her on a pedestal, putting her above your worth, putting her above your value is another thing. You believe she's too pretty, she's out your league, or that's the one. You believe those things. You have it in your mind that that's what it is. And see, that's what affects you long term. Let me tell you this. All I know is that small, inferior, you don't deserve her time, right? You feel like this. You feel like she's inferior. You believe you don't deserve her time. You gotta get out of that mindset. You really have to get out of that mindset. And I think a lot of you men are in that mindset because you don't really understand why you're in that mindset. Well, you're in that mindset because you feel like that everything you do and everything you've done up to this point has failed you. And it shouldn't be that way. So again, how do we fix this, right? You got to remind yourself, she's only a woman, not a goddess. She's not a goddess. She's not your judge. Shift your masculinity to yourself. Be the strongest man you can be. You're the prize that she might get access to. You're the prize. So if you don't speak that way, and you don't speak that way and speak these things in her life, it'll never happen for you. I think another thing that happens to men is that you guys just lack experience. You guys lack the reps. You haven't talked to enough women. So every interaction feels high stakes. It feels like there's so much invested into this one little conversation, right? You're untrained, you're nervous, you're unprepared. All these things are normal for guys who don't really talk to women. So this is my suggestion. Talk to 3 new people every single day. All of them women. Talk to them every single day. You know what? Let me just open that up. Men, women, old, young. Build a comfort with social momentum. Be comfortable with talking to people and talking to everybody. Just be comfortable. I think that would really help you. I think the next one is performance anxiety. I think you feel like you're being judged and you must impress this person. This is why you guys always spit your resumes out. You talk so crazy. It's so crazy. Oh, I got a big job. I make this much money. Look at my Lamborghini. You're trying to impress her. That's not what you do. It's just come on stage and you're performing for her approval. It's just not what you're supposed to be doing, right? It's your mindset. You are the guy. Act like it. Ask yourself, does she meet my standards? Ask yourself that. Does she meet your standards? This is what I'm talking about. This is how you should be communicating with your style. This is how you should be communicating. Straight up. I think another thing is so many times that you just got low self-worth. It's just so much low self-worth in your life. You don't love yourself like you should. You don't praise yourself like you should. You don't give yourself enough credit like you should. So of course you're going to freeze up. Deep down, you don't believe you're attractive or you're interesting. You think you're boring, like a fraud. I'm unworthy of this type of attention. I think the only way to fix that is invest in yourself, your fitness. Work out. Work on your credit score. Work on your money. Work on your mission. Confidence grows when you earn it every day. Earn it by meditating and praying to God and also loving yourself more than anybody else can love you. These are all things that are so important. Another one, social conditioning. By the way, y'all hit the button for me because sometimes y'all forget. Hit the button for me. Social conditioning. This is be nice, don't offend type of vibe. The social conditioning. You were taught not to be too forward, or it's creepy, or somebody's going to think I'm a creep. Afraid to take up space, to lead, to flirt, to be the guy. You're afraid of that. You were taught so wrong. This is why most of you men lack, because you're taught to be passive. You're taught to care about other people's feelings. You're taught to care. That is one of the worst things. Let me also tell you, the most masculine energy leads. Be respectful, but bold. If you want to compliment her on how great she's listening, or you know what? Your nails look great. That's the type of nails I like on you. Without any type of apology, be very strong. That's so very important. So I think overall, right? No outcome. I'm trying to phrase this the right way because I think a lot of times when I speak on here, I get emails or text messages or even in the comments that you guys may not understand. So let me make sure I get this right. No outcome independence. That is the word I wanted to use. No outcome independence. You're emotionally attached to the result. You're forward thinking, but you're thinking negative because you are thinking this person is going to reject you. Her number, her interest, her validation is tied to you and tied to the outcome. So you need to be no outcome independent. That needs to be you. Because otherwise you're desperate, or that one rejection ruins your whole entire day. You just sink into this place. You sinking into this place, that's not something you should be doing. This is how you fix that problem. You expect nothing. Enjoy the moment. Just feel good. You out there having a great time. Enjoy your moment. See every interaction as a practice. This is rec to me. This is recreational. You know what I mean? Not a performance. This is something you guys should take, and it can be done anywhere, any business, any interview, anything. Never be outcome dependent. You need to be outcome independent. That's what you need to be. Straight up. Because a lot of times you men lack that in general. You lack that. You lack all of the critical thinking skills when it pertains to what's really going on. You're so attached to the moment. The next one, you equate your childhood trauma or bullying. This is why you don't approach women. Your past rejection, your ridicule, the way people talked about you when you was a kid really puts it in your mind that this is something that's not for you, right? So your past is hurting your present and your future because this person can help you with your future, but because you are so froze on your past, you can never go forward. You're feeling that feeling you get of this pure helplessness, stuck with that past pain. That must be really miserable. I couldn't even imagine going through that. I couldn't even imagine. I'm just sitting back thinking how great my life is. I couldn't imagine that just paralyzing me like that. I couldn't imagine that. I really need y'all to fix this problem. And I think with your childhood trauma and any of the bullying that may happen in your life, you need to acknowledge your wounds. Because you can't change what you do not. Acknowledge it and start your own inner healing. Praying to God, right? Working out. Get that stress up off you, right? You may have to go to therapy, right? You may need to write things down like a journal or something. You may need to get some coaching and some help. People hit me up all the time. I help them all the time, man. So if you got issues or problems, hit your boy up. This is something I do. I'm going to throw this in. Not owning your masculinity. You are a person who is born to be very masculine. And a lot of you men lose that because you think weakness is the payout. Let me explain that. You all have been trained to believe that masculinity is a problem, really. You shouldn't be too masculine. That's not good. That's never good. Well, what's the alternative? Feminine? Being feminine? You suppress your masculine edge, thinking it's too aggressive. I'm too aggressive. I'm too mean. And as a silverback, this is what I do. How do you feel? I believe you feel neuter. You're not allowed to flirt, lead, or initiate because you're not embracing your masculinity. Embrace your edge. Women respond to masculine energy. They love it. That's bold. That's grounded. That's intentional. Just be non-apologetic. We're not here to say sorry every footstep we take. I want men to win, but the only way to win is accept what your flaws are. I think I'm going to throw this in here. I'm going to say, when you don't have any purpose or a mission, you are going to be drifting through life. And women sense it all day. And you can be directionless, like trying to fill a void with her attention. That's something that weak men do all the time, and they wonder why they're being cheated on, dumped, or whatever the case may be. My suggestion would be to find you something you love. Find you your mission. When your life has meaning, women feel that energy, and you are less reliant on them for validation. That is masculine. That is very masculine. This is what I want. I want you guys to let me know if you rock with Fifth in the chat. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. Please hit the like button. Also, I have a mentorship. It's called gatewaytogame.com. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you are new here. Rock with your boy 50. Also, Mission1950.com. Hit me up with a consultation so we can rock out. Peace.